seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Puck.
Hello and welcome back to the Hainan Master Spring Invitational. My name is Nomad. Joining me is Mo Farah as we get into OG.SEED versus aggressive mode, game number 2. And OG.SEED, they're going to have to kind of dig things up and get things rolling if they want to stand a chance, because game number 1, they got crushed.
It's like they've got puck, so it's an auto win. I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh, okay,
That's
let's go
what
game
I've
3
decided.
then. Easy game 3.
I mean, I'm much further opening this game in the puck only night. What did they have last game? Wasn't it they had Rubik Doom, right?
10 seconds remaining.
See if he didn't do as much as he would have hoped last game. I imagine like the laning stage didn't go massively well. They had that period where kind of Beastmaster just took over the game,
Yeah.
and I wasn't surprised to see them ban out that and the Ench this time.
No,
You know,
no
not-
one was.
Radiant team.
You know, what were the odds? If someone said before this series that they were going to ban Ench in the second game, you'd have been like, "Are you mental?"
Yeah, well, if they banned Ench in the first game, we definitely would have flamed them and be like, do you really ban Ench? But after that first game, we're like, yeah, they should ban Ench. Lil played a disgusting Enchantress there. One of those games which just makes you think, why isn't this hero picked more?
Yeah, I mean, 100%.
10
It was
seconds remaining.
very effective, but Lil Ench is, probably one of the better ones out there, to be honest. He really likes that hero. So
Yeah,
just take people off their comfort. Give them a different comfort hero instead in the Rubik.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Disruptor Rubik. It feels like every time we see Disruptor picked up, he's picked up with like another kind of, I'll say, like, low laning impact support. Well, not another, like he's like a high impact laning support. He's always picked up like with a Rubik or with like a Lich or something like that, which isn't amazing in the laning phase. And you can just like make up for it with a Disruptor. The fact that he's probably going to smack down a lane sometime.
I mean, I don't mind them. They're really good in lane, both of them. Like, Fadebot is so good because of the damage reduction in the laning stage.
True.
10 seconds
But-
remaining.
They just don't have any beef, right? Either of them. So they are very squishy. And if they don't play from ahead, they both feel pretty weak.
Pretty vulnerable.
Yes, absolutely.
Vulnerable.
I do.
It's got an L in it. Weird. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
That's okay, no worries. You do you, man. I like the Alk ban. We've talked about this already. It's something that OG.SEED is willing to do. And when you have this hero like Omni Knight that enables, I think Alchemist could have been a great potential pick.
5 seconds remaining.
Underlord ban as well, very interesting. Obviously very good up against Puck with the roots. And very annoying to play against, has to be said. One of the more annoying ones out there at the moment, I think.
What hero has not been seen as much as you would like?
Not been seen as much as I would like.
I would really like Zeus to make a bit of a comeback, because that hero is quite fun to watch. I do enjoy a bit of Zeus gameplay, especially the old days of 4-staff Zeus. Those were good times.
Radiant team.
I really like Clock. I think that hero is really fun
Oh,
to
yeah.
watch, but it's just... the other one's Jakiro. I think that hero is really...
I think
Ice Path is such a cool ability.
I mean, Ice Path is, but every other one of his abilities is extremely lame and is the same thing. So that's
True, yeah.
why I don't like. Like, it's like Ice Path is like really high play potential, like really cool spell with lots of high skill ceiling to it, and then you got we've got this fire move. What does it do? Well, it does the DPS and it's an AOE. Okay, and what's your other move? What is a fire move which has a DPS and is an AOE? Oh, and what's your ultimate? Well, it's this fire move which has a DPS and it's got an AOE. Come on.
I mean, those other 3 skills don't matter, though, because it's all about Ice Path, so...
Agreed. The Macropier should definitely melt Ice Path. You shouldn't be able to cast Ice Path on Macropier, which would probably ruin the hero, but...
So they get Abaddon. I mean,
10 seconds remaining.
makes sense. They have the Purge available now as well to take off the Dream Coil if somebody snaps it.
5 seconds
Absolutely.
remaining.
Pretty good going.
I think
Um,
Jakiro might be the perfect party guest as well, because he's got ice. He can make ice, cool up your drinks for you, give you some ice for your cocktails. Always very important at parties. And then he's got fire, keep everybody nice and warm, warm at the jacuzzi. Maybe warm up the fondue.
If you have a birthday party and you invite Chikiro, does he have to bring 2 presents or 1?
Dire team pick.
Maybe 1 present, but a half, which is made up of 2 halves of a different present each.
Right, okay.
It's like
So you don't
half
actually get a
teddy
whole
bear
present.
and then half a cake, and then just mashed together horribly.
That sounds absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Terrorblade and Pangolier have been picked up. New heroes. Heroes we haven't seen a whole lot of. Talk me through
I think
them.
we've seen 1 Terrorblade game from Ace.
Yeah,
that was
we saw it.
interesting.
Yeah, that was a very good game,
10
actually.
seconds remain.
They don't have a lot of burst damage to deal with the TB, or they didn't until the Pango, and it gives them their win condition. They, they like these really hard farming carries for Madara. That's what he's best on.
Dire team
So
back.
I like that a lot. The Pango pick's interesting though. I wasn't expecting this to come out, but the disarm's really good against the TB. And it gives them, like, if the Pango can build a basher in the late game as well, it gives them another way of dealing with the puck, which is always nice.
But how
It's like plays
good-
this really high tempo. If you get a javelin, you do a lot of burst damage to the TB. I think it's good.
How good is Pangolier at dealing damage to Terrorblade though? Because that's like the big thing, right? Like when you pick Terrorblade, you need something which does magic damage to get through his ridiculously high armor.
I mean, the javelin's magical, right?
Dire
So-
team pick.
True,
That's fine.
True. Yeah, Maelstrom could be an option. Now,
And
one
it's-
last carry
it's-
for aggressive mode.
Pango is this hero that can just invade the enemy jungle and just, like, make space and go crazy. And if he can just hunt the TB all game, he's in a very good place.
So what about Drow here?
I think they need
it's
something
banned.
that. I think they need something that carries harder. Like something like a PL, for example, and then we have PL versus TB, which is like the matchup every game. It feels like when you see them.
Oh god, we had enough production issues last game. I can't deal with their computer crashing nonsense.
Oh, I'm struggling to think. They have a lot of reserve time actually. Well, for their
Radiant team
last pick. Yeah. Okay. They go Naga. Decent option, I think. They have the sleep into the static storm now as well. It's a really good way of just bringing down the Omni Knight at the start of the fight. This guy that's gonna, enable everybody else, especially this TB, makes him a lot harder to kill. And hopefully, as long as the laning stage goes okay, the Abra and the Panga should be able to make a lot of space for this Naga.
Doesn't TB do pretty well versus Naga though?
In what sense?
Well, he just pops reflection and then Naga does so much damage to herself.
Yeah, it's annoying, but then you get the Manta on the Naga anyway, right? And you'll save it just for that. And I know it's like, and you have the sleep as well to reset the fight. But I think the reason why I like the Naga this game is because they have this disruptor. It's like when you have Naga Chikiro as well, and you can Ice Path off the sleep. Like,
Yeah.
if you have that combination hero that works well with the Naga. Do you remember? It was a long time ago. It was actually No-Tail that used to play that Naga position 1, but more of a fighting style, where everybody else used to just farm all the time. And they would do this Naga Disruptor and like Naga Chikiro a lot. It was quite a while ago now. I can't remember quite how long ago. And then there was that patch where Newbie just picked it every game. I think it was Newbie. It's a really strong combo. They need some like really high action space making hero here. I think the deals with illusions would be nice as well. Or like really good burst damage.
Conquer again. Round 2. Chessie obviously not phased by his loss last game and going straight back in with the Pirates. Hopefully mid lane goes a little bit better for him this time around against Boromir on that Pangolier, but does again feel like a fairly tricky matchup for him. We'll see how he does. Let's get into this. So based on these drafts, who are you preferring for game number 2, Mo Farah?
I think I prefer OG.SEED's draft, but it's all going to come down to the team fight execution. I think, like, is the Omni Knight going to get bursted before he gets GA off? Like, how much can this puck do? I assume he's going to max Waning Rift for the silence. The Coil was really good against Pango as well when he gets an Axe on Z3.
Yep.
So I think Barney is going to have to like try and get a lot done with his rotations early on. And I think if Chessie hits a good time with like, I think he should have a good time mid on this Kunkka. And if he can progress with his item timings very well, I think OG.SEED's draft looks pretty good to me.
Alrighty, well, let's find out. I think for me, it's a very, very hard one. I think these drafts are quite evenly matched. I really like some of the matchups here. Like, I think TB versus Naga is still pretty good, but at the same time, when you just look at kind of the whole meta game. It's basically a carry versus Skitter and Madara. When I'm looking at those matchups, I always think who's going to be gaining the more map control. And this Conqueror, it's hard to put my faith in him after last game. So I think I'm just going to have to say it's a 2-0 for aggressive mode in my opinion. So let's find out though. I do love being wrong. That's a lot of Pangolier games. Wow, we're only enjoying that here a lot. Game number 2 underway here at the Hainan Invitational.
I feel like Panga's one of those mid heroes that you either play it quite a lot or just not at all. Oh, look, like somebody disconnected on their team at the start of the game. That's a shock.
The CIS special, making its debut in EU. No, people still do a lot in EU.
I have to say, it's really tilling when this happens, though. Because you have to assume it's, like, tactical, right? They're doing it every single game. I'm going to put it out there.
The call-outs.
Like,
the call-outs. No, I mean, I agree. I agree.
There's no reason why you should have to disconnect at the start of every game. Like, it's ridiculous. And they're obviously just talking about how they want to play the game or what they want to be doing. And I can't remember what game it was. I watched one once and PPD was playing against them and they did it. And he was like, why are you paused? Like, and we know what you're doing. Like, we're doing
like
the same.
WC, and it's like, yeah. Like, you wouldn't get away with this on LAN. You wouldn't just be able to pause and then start chatting.
I think it used to be Ritsu's team all the time. Oh, no.
Oh, no, not again.
Oh, no. I'll message you. We'll get it done quicker this time. You ready?
Yeah. Ping them. Ping them.
I have.
All right. Well, first we have a pause, then we have a disconnect from us this time, and unfortunately they won't pause for us. Did you know the Guardian's Greaves were forged to honor the Omniscience?
I didn't actually. No.
Well, they were. So Jibby doesn't have a choice. He's
I like
gotta
when
build them,
you.
otherwise he's a heretic.
I like when you get the one that's like, it's about having friends and like this really positive one, and someone's flaming in your game and you just start spamming it.
Yeah, I start pinging it. Into the dream. All right. Well, let's predict our lanes. Mid lane is going to be Kunkka versus the Pangolier. Who wins that?
I feel like Kunkka should do fine there. Kunkka will definitely pull ahead. He uses the jungle a lot better as well. Like in terms of network, quicker. So I think it's up to Borneo to try and. This is what I was talking about. Just rotate, make the space, so that the Naka can utilize that space very effectively to farm more. I think this Abaddon Rubik lane is really strong as well. I think the TB has to be really careful down there. The Lich of the TBs, there's no like stuns between them, right? I guess they have whatever the gaze is, same as the gaze. You don't get that in the early levels. So, a lift into the 4 hits from the Abaddon, and someone's going to get chased down.
Yeah, it's strong fight. When you look at the team fight though, just in a nutshell, I think it's really kind of a case of who gets the better setup, right? Puck has the coil, Disruptor, he's got the ultimate, we've got Song to reset as well, and I do think that's a little bit easier for aggressive mode, right?
Yeah, I would say so. But this is what I mean. It's down to execution as well. Like, we can talk about the draft all the time, right? But if all of a sudden they get a 5-man Song into a static storm, what do they do?
All right. Well,
here we
looks
go.
like we are back into it. So, let's think about. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
playing with our heartstrings a bit here, but we can have a quick look at the CS charts. It looks like it's hasn't actually been live for that long. It's been about a minute. Ooh, Madara getting very low here, as is Peksu getting into the tower, but he's going to be okay. Both these heroes taking a bit of a beating as Lil's actually come down to this bottom lane to help out as well. A nice cheeky little denying from Madara.
Yeah, I really like this play. When the TB pops the meta, that's when he's the strongest, right? So if you can just bully him when he's in that strongest point, when the meta finishes, he's going to be a lot weaker. So all of a sudden, the dual lanes make more sense then.
Yeah,
Lil really pressuring them under tower here.
Yeah, he's got no chill, Lil. We know that about him. It's been proved time and time again.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Well, Spartan just killed Pex's courier.
Oh, great. We can talk about that for 2 minutes. No, looks like we got a bit of stability. Yeah, well...
We're casting EU Tier 2 Dota. There's no stability anywhere.
True. Hasn't been for a little while. What do you mean EU Tier 2 Dota? The only region where there's stability in the Tier 2 scene is China. Oh, Borneo getting the deny mid-torrent. That's stylish right there. That is just pure skill.
What an absolute player.
He is, yeah. Do you remember? No, it wasn't Borneo. It was someone else I was saying. But Borneo is definitely one of those players where I'm like, I don't see enough from them. And I always think they'd have a kind of tendency to underperform, but he is doing really well today, and he was doing really well the last 2 days ago when he played before as well. So, maybe it was yesterday actually. And Borneo is having some really nice games. Good to see him being comfortable.
If this TV's career dies,
Jesse, not going to be first blood, but Lil brings down Pexu, and Chessie could be in trouble as well. Borneo still chasing here. They have another swashbuckle, should do soon, but Chessie, he's going to get the salve off, trying to juke around the trees, but Borneo is just like, no. He is on him like a rash, and there's the swashbuckle coming through to get the kill. Chessie, once again, dying in that middle lane against Borneo. Had enough last game.
Yeah, that's not fun at all. Borneo really... I said it before, I'll say it again. It feels like he's having a really good tournament so far, like from what we've seen from him. I don't know, he feels like he's... I know you said that he feels like he's not doing enough sometimes, but I think he's doing really well.
Yeah, he's
like
doing well
so
this
far.
tournament, yeah. If he can keep it up, then I'll be very happy, because, let's say, been around for a long time. Since, I believe he used to play actually, no, I don't think he played alongside Lizard that long ago.
Ooh.
In Elephants.
That would have been a while ago.
Yeah.
Look at Lil just waiting for couriers. Pexu's like, this guy is somewhere.
TPing up top right now. Meanwhile, Jibby and Z-Freak coming to interrupt this pull which is going on. Spartans. I love when supports try to stop the enemy team from messing up their pulls and pull-throughs. They're just like right-clicking them and they don't care. No, there's two heroes. They're just going to farm the creeps. And then the support's just on the sideline going, get off! And firing a right-click at them every now and again. Please get off.
Oh, it's fine though if they both go over, because that means the carry just gets a free wave under tower. So,
True.
You know, I'd be okay with that if I was the carry.
Yeah, not mad. Meanwhile, Radara popping the Metamorphosis under tower just to ensure he can CS. Yeah, this is going to be a really... Oh, the Spartan getting jumped on by Z-Freak does have the Fairy Fire. That's actually going to keep him alive for now.
Ooh, very close there.
Very close, yeah.
Z-Freak really went in for it though.
He wanted that one. He was hungry for it.
I thought he might put a point in phase shift to deal with the Thunderstrike, but I guess when you have an Omni in your lane, it doesn't really matter. You can just kind of, you know, afford for him to just be purging it off all the time instead.
Yeah. Well, peaceful start to the game, and the bounty runes are going to be spawning soon. Borneo with his bottle coming over for the 5-minute bounty. By the way, if you're a mid player and you buy a bottle, please always do this. There's no reason not to. You're essentially securing your team a rune most of the time. Perhaps setting up for a kill and you refill your bottle. It's every pro player who has built a bottle will generally do this unless there's like a huge threat for them to die or something. Meanwhile, Z-Free jumping forward onto Spartan. Did that all miss? Oh, here's a free courier for you at the very least. So he's like, whatever. I got a courier. See you later, boys.
That's so worth. What was the game we saw yesterday where Shad was dying to 4 heroes, but he killed a courier first on the Bloodseeker? It feels so good. You're like, well, I'm going to die anyway.
Yeah.
At least I get something with me.
And I can tell my team that I died for a reason. You know, not that just I was being an idiot.
I promise it was on purpose.
Yeah, oh yeah, I dived the courier. Continuing to mount the pressure down on bottom, and Terrorblade's actually doing pretty well, considering they've been like... You know, there were 3 heroes at the start of the lane, and now they're just Skylark and Lil trying to put on as much pressure as possible, but the Terrorblade's still doing very well. 29-4, along with every other core in the game. In fact, every single core in the game is within 4 CS of each other right now. Now 5 CS of each other. Now 4 CS of each other. Anyway, Bo comes into the middle lane, but Borneo are able to dodge it out with the Rolling Thunder. Chessie making some nice movements here. Borneo's trying really hard, but he is just getting played by the Pirate. Swashbuckle comes in, but it's not enough damage. Doesn't quite get enough onto Chessie. So Chessie will survive. You know, Borneo's just like, yeah, I can tank this tower for my creeps, no biggie. Did he land that torrent? Didn't quite see. I think he did.
Do you remember when I said Ench might be the most tilting hero? It's actually, I think laning against Pango is pretty bad as well.
No, they still get the kill anyway. The long reach with the swashbuckle and with the Fade Bolt there from Lil grabs them the kill onto Chessie. Meanwhile, Skylark, they should get the revenge kill here. No level 6 on Sky, so he's going to go down. Pexu will claim that kill, and Terrorblade will continue farming up all by himself.
Yeah, good ward drop by Lil, though, next to that mid-tier 2 to secure the kill. They saw that Kunkka hanging around on low HP. And it's going to secure... I mean, this mid-tower's in big trouble now.
Yeah, what? Oh, Bornea. I was waiting for Z-Freak. Played him like a fiddle. Meanwhile, Pangolin might be feeling a little fiddle-like right now as he is getting fiddled, but he's going to bring down Pexu with him, and I'm not actually sure Kunkka could do this. Bornea has the ultimate. It's just going to pop it. Stuns him right in his face. Lil comes over as well. Lil trying to help out. Z-Freak coming in from behind also. I don't think Chessie's in trouble here, and it's actually Bornea who's going to TP himself away. Meanwhile, Lil in the trees is going to get out safely as well, so aggressive mode, full on retreat. Oh, Spartan did not get this memo, did he? See you later, buddy. Alright, well, I have to get someone.
Man.
That's one of those moments where he was like, oh, cool, we're diving towers. I want to come too, guys. You know, that weird little nerdy kid that follows you around at school and then ends up dying because he wasn't on their level.
Poor guy.
That was me at school anyway, so I relate.
Who did you follow around? Who was the cool kid?
Cool kid?
Just in case they're watching them.
Yeah. Blake, shout out to you. You were the cool kid in my school. Don't know what happened to that guy. He got stabbed in the arm and I never heard from him again.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
weird.
That's interesting.
It was. The house party. Got stabbed in the arm. Can't really...
Was it you that did the stabbing? Is that how you know?
No, actually. It was with a group I used to hang around with a lot, actually, but I wasn't at that one. Yeah, dispute over a girlfriend, I believe. Cool stuff. Anyway, back to not real life, because who cares about that stuff? We have another pause. In between the pauses and the disconnects, there is some Dota going on here, guys, I promise.
Not very much, but there is some.
Yeah, 8 minutes off it, of which 10 kills have happened. Not bad. Definitely had a less exciting, more exciting game. No, less exciting games, for sure. In this tournament, actually. We casted probably the least exciting game we've ever casted, didn't we?
Oh, God.
What do we have, like...
That was absolutely horrendous.
It was pretty bad. I think we had about 20 kills at the 40-minute mark. And then...
If you think last game was bad, with all the stream stuff, you would still rather seen that game than the one we cast yesterday. It was pretty awful. It wasn't awful as in, like, you could see what both teams were doing, but it was just so dull. Like, there was nothing happening. It was pretty horrendous.
Anyway, back into this one. We are back live, and it's, I mean, lane's definitely going better for OG.SEED this time around, but they're still on the back foot. Aggressive mode, drafting these strong lanes, and Lil just leading the charge, getting another courier here, and this time it'll be Pexu's. Now they find the man himself, Pexu, seen in the tree line. He actually puts the frost shield on the tower? What? Okay, well, he's gonna die then. See you later, buddy. Pexu gets brought down by Skylark and Lil. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, oh, Z-Freak again. Can't seem to finish off Spartan. Right click comes in, no heals this time around. Down goes a Disruptor. Shippy runs himself away. Meanwhile, Naga Luton's come through, but the real Naga, nowhere to be seen. She's off, being safe and sound.
At least Skitter gets the courier, though, from Z-Freak, so it's all gold in the Naga's pockets, I'm telling you. He doesn't care how many times this Disruptor dies. He's like, as long as I'm farming, that's all that matters.
Yep. Little Boromir seems to have a real crush on Chessie as he's just chasing around all over the place. And we've frozen and got back to it. Oh no, if that knocked the audio out of sync, I'm going to cry. Doesn't look like it has.
Like, what time are you on?
31, 32, 33.
That's fine.
Yeah, Skylark looking for the drums next, though, after those phase boots, which I believe he's got coming out to him on the courier, so that's just going to allow them the extra aggression. But TP, he's done with this part of the map, to be honest. There's too much vision, too much aggression, too much of enemy heroes in this part. But he is actually going in pretty deep in the top lane. And in comes Boromir, rolling through. Madara needs to get himself out. He's got the level 8, but does he have his ulti level? He does. He turns around, tries to use it. Can he get enough? No, he cannot. Spartan gets the kill, and now they'll look for more. Meanwhile, Puck jumping himself away. They'll find themselves. Oh, they're going to go for it. Yes, the outpost. Lil's like, what do I do? They're taking it in front of my very eyes, but there's nothing he can do to stop them. Pexy's going to get pulled down as well, and everyone else runs themselves away. Oh, Boromir trying to find Z-Freak, and he will grab him there. Imagine Scoundtail with the swashbuckle. Not particularly creative from Z-Freak, just to go down the trees in a straight line, so pretty easy for the Pangolier to predict.
0 out of 10 from Boromir. Didn't get the courier as well as the kill, so...
Oh, right, yeah.
No.
Getting crazy
that was
really very easy.
I thought Z-Freak was going to get Glimpse back as well there, but he managed to jaunt just after the Glimpse effect happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was nice timing. Very, very risky that as well. If you're too slow, then you get called out. If you're too quick, then you get Glimpse back anyway and then have no other play. It's a hard one, but Z-Freak manages it. Again, though, OG.SEED taking the loss. Aggressive mode, getting the small victories here. Time and time again.
yeah, and this Nagas, I'm telling you, it's going to get to that point. I feel like when the Disruptor hits this... does he have the ult yet on Disruptor?
Yes, he does.
Let's have it.
That little green gem will let us know. Meanwhile, Jibby runs himself away.
There you go.
Is he okay? He's getting Glimpse back. There comes the ultimate out onto him. Okay, fine. They want him dead, and they will get him just about as Mistcall comes in to finish the job. But now comes Chessie, looking for revenge. Boat lands on to Skylark here. Skylark actually does level the ulti here. Gets himself a little bit of healing off. Meanwhile, Boromir going in deep with the Rolling Thunder. What's he looking for? Who's he looking for? More like it's going to be Peksu, and he finds him. Hook, line, and sinker, and ball. Down goes Peksu, and the tower will probably follow as well. Chessie, again, every single time throughout these last 2 games, his impact has been negligible. He turns up to a fight, he tries to land some spells. You know, this time, okay, there's an Abaddon, so it makes it much harder, but he just feels like he's doing so little.
This is what I mean. If you compare the impact of the 2 mid players, though, like in both these games so far, Boromir feels like he's so far in front. He's doing a really good job on this Pango, and I just worry for Chessie that if he's going for this Radiance as well, obviously he's going to be really good against the Naga. The Glimpse, maybe? Okay, but... Okay, so if he goes against this Naga, and he's building this Radiance, it means for the next few minutes he's not going to have any, like, really good items, right?
Z-Freak is just getting bullied by Boromir. He's got more than enough catch to stay on top of this puck for the full duration, and just keeps on running him down.
I just... the Kunga feels like he's just not doing anything at this point, and I thought he might change his item build to try and change that, but it feels like maybe they just want to go for the late game now, with these 2 cores in the Kunka and the TB.
Yeah. The thing is, when you're playing in these core versus core matchups where they're both left pretty much alone, the little bit of gold you get at the start translates to so much quickly into a sizable advantage. This Naga's going to scale much faster than Terrorblade just because she gets more gold early on. You know, it's like an exponential curve, if you like.
I don't want to hear that exponential word.
Oh, come on. I don't know why people say it's not true,
I know.
because it is true in some situations, right? Like, you start off with smaller items which cost you less gold, but if you're getting the smaller items quickly, then it allows you to get the bigger items quicker.
Yeah.
Bigger items lead to more big items, so that, you know, the rate in which you can farm is increased by how quickly you can get those earlier on items. So in the long run, it leads to drastic changes in the net worth balance.
Naga's coming in here. I'm assuming they want to go for a static storm combo here.
Will they find it, though? Looks like OG.SEED aren't interested. They're looking at this top tower now. They're like, mid tower, didn't want it anyway. Let's go top instead. And Chessie's like, yep, come with me, gang.
Yeah, we didn't want it anyway. They said tears going down their face. It's, at least they get something, though.
Skylark just running up the mall. Not a fear in the world, and that's because he's got a team coming up the river behind him. This could be bad. There comes the ultimate, and that's just going to catch out Peksu and bring him down nice and quickly. Madara trying to bring out Spartan on the backlines, can't quite do so, but Skylark will still fall. Borrowed time not really saving him, and now Boromir is in some trouble as well, but in comes a song. Beautifully done. Boromir, is he tempted? He certainly is. Oh, they cancel it a little bit too late, though. The bowling ball comes going through the pins, not at the right time there. Boromir still having a bit of fun, but Spartan eats the dirt. And now Boromir on the run. Can they catch him? Z-Freak looking for revenge. Do you remember all those times you caught me? Well, I'm trying to catch you, but it doesn't look like he can. Boromir still much, much faster. Should get away to safety. Madara looking for someone, looking for something, but unfortunately nothing will be found here. X marks though onto Lil. Lil turns around, he grabbed the torrent, and I think he's okay for the time being. Borneo coming back in and cleaning out that creep wave, stopping any push coming in, but to be honest, it's a little bit too early to be considering tier 2 towers, so we'll all go back to the drawing board. But that fight did belong to OG.SEED just about.
Yeah, really good Heavenly Grace steal though from Lil, just helping keep the Pango alive. Yeah, I mean, even if they'd have got that song combo off correctly, I still don't think it would have been enough to bring anybody down. But they really need to try and look for this song into Static Storm combo that we've been talking about. It's such a big thing.
Yeah.
And I'd really like to see them try and get the net worth distribution of the Disruptor a little bit higher. Because if you can get to that point in the game where you get an Ags, I know it's really far away, but it's so game changing. This Kunkka is still going for Radiance, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's always nice to have a Radiance against illusion-based heroes, so I can understand it from that point, but I'm worried for their tempo. I'm worried that aggressive mode are going to just switch it up into the higher gear, aggressive mode, if you like.
Oh, I love that Barney is going for Ags, by the way, on this Disruptor. It's going to make the TB's game so hard, just constant disarms coming out.
Oh dear. Okay, this is a little bit of trouble in little Spartanville right now, but Chain Frost comes through, dissipates upon touching Skylark here, but they'll bring him down all the same. Jesse grabs him, and they might look for the +1 here, but this is a man with a shield with the borrowed time. Maybe they just want to get the borrowed time off him and call it a day, but in comes Lil, throwing him back, protecting Skylark. Protecting Skylark's honor, nonetheless.
We managed to steal the Purification as well. Obviously, Rubik, one of the better heroes at just punishing Omni Knight. Anything you steal is really useful to have. I'd really like to see them try and play around this Naga's Diffusal time as well. I feel like this is going to be a big thing up against this TB. And I like that Madara's holding on to these 21 charges as well. And I hope he does for a long time, because the problem is he's not going to be able to get Sunder off unless he has any mana. So he's going to need to hold on to those for when he's fighting up against the Naga.
And TB's taking a journey down Ultimate Orb Avenue. The next 3 purchases he makes will be Ultimate Orbs. The next 6,300 gold he makes is going to be spent on Ultimate Orbs.
Okay, good maths. Is it 2,150 or 2,100? I think it's 2,100. Right?
I hope it's 2,100.
Right, let's have a look. I really hope you're wrong, so I can call you. I think you're right, though.
Boat comes down onto Spartan, and Madara with that ultimate. Well, Pexu takes the kill, but Madara did most of the legwork there, along with Jesse.
What do you mean? That's not Madara's ultimate, Metamorphosis.
What is it?
I mean, it pretty much is. Ultimate Orbs 2,150. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Fire the caster, please. Get me a new caster.
Cool fight recap, bro. 900 damage done by Rubik, 400 done by Pangolin. Very cool. Anyway. Oh, Borneo has actually got himself those Vampire Fangs. That's quite cool. A hero which really likes having that extra sight. A hero which likes a bit of lifesteal.
Isn't that every hero?
True. It is.
Not just to call you out again or anything, but
yeah. I'm just not going to say anything. My casting will be a series of interpretive dances.
Hype. I like the sound of that.
Madara's finished up that Manta style. Looking for the Skadi next. Skadi. OG.SEED see this one coming. They are out of here. Get themselves to safety. Although that is a Radiance completed on the Conquer. Might be a good time for them to try and take it a fight.
I don't know, I think he still needs like a BKB or something on the Kunkka.
Yeah, I still think this Pangolin is way stronger. Like, Jesse's not going to be allowed to just sit on the front lines of these fights. Not at all.
At least he has Van Brace on the Kunkka for an extra bracer slot.
Z-Freak sees Lil.
I don't know if they actually saw each other.
Yeah. Oh, Z-Freak would have seen Lil because he took the creep wave, but yeah.
Oh, true.
Oh, cancelled! At the very last second. Lil steals the orb as well, but unfortunately he's got no more cancels than this. But he's just going to try and kill the guy instead. Might even be successful. Z-Freak now has to run away. Like, he's got to stay around, though. He has to try and fight for this, right? He's got to try and fight for the outpost. But Lil, he's got to go back? No? Okay. Okay, thinks he's still there. Yeah, so he doesn't get the outpost.
I honestly thought he would have just gone for the outpost.
Didn't get it. No XP for the Dire.
Cheeky play by Z-Freak, though.
Yeah. I'm surprised he TP'd out, though. I would have thought he was stuck around to try and cancel out the outpost being taken, but maybe he just reads Lil. He's like, this is Lil, right? If he smells blood, he will keep on chasing that blood until one of you is dead.
This is Lil,
Often
the
him.
best player any team's ever had. So we need to make sure that we understand him.
They've done their homework. Rush has some really good memes. Lil, Funnick. Is Funnick Moonlord? He is, isn't he?
Remember.
I think he is, yeah. If you don't understand Moonlord, by the way, just go and look at the English translations of Funnick's Moonlord speech.
Oh, he's got Ghost Ship on Lil.
Oh, pretty good one. Pretty good one. Jesse sitting on the front lines now, but they've got that Heavenly Grace on him, so not an easy target to bring down, and a beautiful coil from Z-Freak as well. Got to really control up the side of aggressive mode. What can they do here? Well, they can sing a song. A beautiful song. Oh god, that was not a good jump in there from the puck. However, once again, Disruptor is dead and already used his ulti, but Borneo finds a really nice kill onto Z-Freak there, but what's it going to cost him? Maybe his life. The damage is coming out thick and fast. Only got a disarm onto one illusion there, which doesn't feel very good. And Jesse will grab the kill onto Borneo there, and that's going to be a 7x kill streak going his way as well. A Pirate kills a Pangolin, and now they're looking towards this tier 1 tower in the middle lane. OG.SEED trying to find some momentum here, and, well, they have found some momentum here. And it's going to keep on going as Lil comes in a little bit too close here, looking for a spell, looking for something fun, but instead only finds his death, which is not fun.
I don't know if a Pango throwing his life away for a puck is worth it.
No.
I think he should have just got out there, to be honest. There was like a little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah,
and that means that they can take the mid tier 1, which is like so much map control for this TB as well. It feels real good for them.
22 minutes in, and I am surprised with the pace of this game. I thought with the Terrorblade and the Naga, both teams would be wanting to take it pretty slow, but neither team are. They're seeing these opportunities, and they are going for it. Playing around their timings nicely.
I'm going to tell you, one day we're going to see a song Static Storm combo as well.
Yeah.
One day.
Hopefully. I mean, Naga's getting them great, and he's pinging them afterwards, going, look, they're all together, guys, and then Disruptor's either dead or already dropped his ulti on a lich.
It's a hard thing to get into, though, right? Like, if it's not a combo that you're used to, you get into this habit of just doing Glimpse, Kinetic Field, Static Storm, right? Like, you don't think about there being a Naga in your game. So I think it can be difficult to get it into your head that that's how you should be playing. When Disruptor's such a popular pick at the moment.
Oh, Skylark. You poor little Abaddon. Getting killed off in the middle lane. Thought he could get away, but blocked up inside his ulti and then finished off. And Z-Freak looks over at Skitter here. Skitter, though, has a Shadow Blade on Naga Siren. Okay, that's a new one for me.
Yeah, last time I saw him do this as well. Which means I saw him go Shadow Blade Hex. I saw him do Shadow Blade Hex before. And he plays this build where he kind of just assassinates these like heroes like Puck that are kind of just trying to split push as well and be really annoying.
Okay, okay.
I don't know how much I like it this game though. Because I feel like OG.SEED can just group up as 5 and just go for fights now that they see the Shadow Blade.
What are the stats on Shadow Blade nowadays?
The stats on Shadow Blade. I don't.
Like. I didn't want to guess.
Isn't it just attack speed and? No, sorry, damage and.
It's
attack
damage and attack speed, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it has any stats, does it?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, well, what does it give you? What bonuses does it give you?
I think the other thing that it's good for is that they can set up for the song Static that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Like, if he can be a bit sneaky with his play. But then in my head, like, by the time they're going to finally get it off, they're going to have BKBs on the Radiant side, on, like, their 2 big cores. So then you've just got the Shadow Blade Naga. And he is going for Hex as well. He's got it queued up. So I'm not, massively sold on this.
27 damage and 30 attack speed on the... it's not something which Naga's, like, fallen over herself for, but it's pretty good. Going to help her get a couple more Riptides off. Helps her illusions out a little bit, I suppose. Well, Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a really weird one. I don't know about it. Is there any passives she wants to disable with the Silver Edge in the future? No.
I don't think it's for the Silver Edge. It means that Z-Freak's going to have to be really careful on the puck, like when he's doing the split pushing stuff, because Naga will just assassinate him in the duration of a hex. It's really easy, especially when you have the ensnare as well.
She has to get to the hex first.
Yeah, but she farms so quickly.
She does.
It's
Meanwhile,
only like
Madara-
4,000 gold away.
He's going for a more classic build. He just wants that Skadi, wants to be on the front lines, wants to have some control. Meanwhile, in they go towards the Disruptor. We'll glimpse back one, but one more right click, they find the kill. Z-Freak though, he's getting jumped upon here, but he actually manages to dodge out Borneo without even really trying, and it's just a TP out from him. Explosive entrance, and yeah, see you later, boys.
I don't think the Panga's going Bastion. I think he's going Diffuser as
Hello,
well.
this is Kunkka, maybe in some trouble, but the boat comes out onto him, but Lil's boat comes following in straight away afterwards. But Chessie, he's got a haste route, so he's going pretty damn quickly, so they're going to try and song, see if they can just wait out the haste room, but it doesn't look like they can.
They have to get out.
Yeah, they're off. Lift up, throw back, Lil playing on the back lines whilst his team run themselves away. He's very close to this blink, Lil.
I mean, Ghost Ship's a good steal though as well, so at least they've got that for the next fight when it kicks off.
Is this a game where we get Terrorblade Aghanims to break the coil?
Or Blink tags on TV.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I want to see it. I don't think it will happen, but you know.
Amazing to watch, not amazing to play. It'll be awful. Tower
And
down.
it feels like, for the first time this game, the Radiant side are really starting to be in control. They just take over net worth lead as well.
Yep, and tier 3 items are going to start coming out now for both teams. Enchanted Quiver, Telescope. Jeez, that's a hard one to score. The Telescope's definitely the better item. I think Enchanted Quiver is the worst neutral item in the game. When you take into consideration timings and everything, I think it's worse than Pog Shield.
It's not awful. Like, it's really good on somebody like Shaker as well. You just try and blow somebody up really quickly with Enchant Totem.
Never seen that, actually. Well, they're coming in for this one. They don't want to let this Roshan go for nothing, and Skylar just running straight into the pit, and down goes the ultimate from Spartan. It's not bad. Throw a boat on top of them as well, but what can they do with Chessie's BKB? He's just going to ignore everything with Dara as well. Not particularly weak. He can maybe go for a Thunder if he wants to, but he's just waiting. Look at him. He's just waiting for more damage to come onto him, and now they'll turn over. A load towards Boronier. Boronier assassinated out of the fight. Skylar pops the ultimate, so they'll ignore him for the time being. Well, Madara still wants to hit him, apparently, but it doesn't really matter. Now there comes a song from the high ground. Naga Siren sings her lovely tune and allows everybody to get themselves away, but OG.SEED, they never really wanted the fight anyway. They just wanted this big boy and his lovely round Aegis, and they're going to claim it for themselves. Madara now with the metamorphosis completed for the fight. He's getting double usefulness out of it. Pretty sick.
Where is all the damage going to come from on Dire's side? Because Puck has Zags now, which is basically, as you just saw, makes Boroni's game like impossible.
Yeah.
Because his whole Rolling Thunder duration is just completely cancelled out, right? And then this Naga's going for this more kind of like pick-off, assassinate-y kind of build, which can be good sometimes. I don't see it at a point in this game where when the both teams run at each other now with the item builds that they have, how Dire are going to win one.
Yeah, that's my concern as well. Orb Destruction now picked up on the Terrorblade, so that's going to give them the extra pushing power they need, as well as more damage. That's very rough. Naga needs one of those. It's best on Naga Siren, honestly, out of almost every hero, I think.
For the dead.
Borony is... Okay, he's going back for the Bastion now. I honestly feel like the control's just more important at this point to try and like pick off heroes like the Puck and the Omni on your like utility hero.
So when Skitter actually has this hex completed, which looking to be around the 30-minute mark right now, who is she going to pick off?
Puck. Lich.
Okay. I mean,
I don't see him
maybe if
picking
they're
off any of the
alone.
cores.
Well, yeah, but like when are those heroes going to be alone, really? Like Puck maybe when she's split pushing, but it doesn't seem likely. I think it's just going to be a waste of gold. You're certainly not going to find yourself all that money's worth in kills, but...
I mean, it's definitely not a waste of gold. Like, it makes the fights really hard for someone like the Puck or the Omni that they need to bring down quickly.
Yeah.
If he's doing that, I think they just needed to have another core that would scale well to go well into the late game. Because the way that OG.SEED are playing at the moment, like you said, they're not splitting up. So this Hex builder feels like, I don't know, just not as useful as it could be in other games.
Skylark's borrowed time gets popped, but in that time he gets torrented and Yulst, so it is going to actually drop now with the X-Mark coming out onto him as well. Madara might just finish the job with a Metamorphosis. Yep, down he goes. And now they turn their attention to the tower. Boronier going to come sliding on over. Boat comes down. They're controlling him up beautifully. Pexu already dead here. Now comes out the Sunder from the Terrorblade. Meanwhile, Naga, she's going onto the high ground down in the bottom lane. Boronier, they're looking to chase here. Madara on the straight chase out, but if they can actually grab one of these kills, yep, there's a glimpse coming through, but the X-Marks to bring him straight back again. Madara being yo-yoed around like a ragdoll. Meanwhile, they've broken high ground on aggressive mode. As Skidder, he's now onto the melee barracks as well, but the TPs are coming out as it's down just below half HP. Madara finally realizes and gets to work. Hey, why is he using Reflection here?
You got to be chopping away at those Ranger Axes there, Skitter.
He went greedy. He thought he could get the melee barracks. The fight went on a little bit longer, but that didn't happen.
Even when you back off there, just send the illusions onto the Ranger Axe at that point, right?
True, it's bold. I'll give him that much. But still, breaking high ground, big deal. They can maybe look towards taking shrines, perhaps. Although they're not really in control of the game to do that. But now the Hex is finished up on Naga as well, so she's able to do more than just split push and sit in lanes. She has a purpose.
I think she's going to be looking to split push still anyway with the Hex. It's just she can split push and look for pickoffs on whoever comes back to try and deal with the wave. The other thing is that they can take shrines pretty easily because they have Naga illusions, right? If they want to chip away at them at some point.
Madara getting hexed up here. Skidder, Rogue's the big reveal. Lil coming over as well, but Madara, he has just got so much armor that it's very difficult. And look at all these illusions, but he does find the right one. So in comes the Sunder, but Rubik comes in. Sunder's Naga straight the way back up to full HP, and now it's still gonna be Madara in trouble, and he is gonna say goodnight. Loses that Aegis. Skidder waiting nearby, doesn't really have the mana to come in with us. Just about has enough mana for Song now, actually. Coming forwards, where's the Disruptor? Already used that ulti. So this is a full TP out here, and it looks like they're just about going to make it. Whew, that was a on-the-edge fight.
That Song TP at the end there by the Naga was so close, because the Song went finished just before our TP went off.
Yeah,
so
still about a second or two to get stunned, but thankfully that wasn't the case.
I mean, at least they take the Aegis away. Kind of makes it a lot more difficult for the Radiant side to go high ground. It was running out soon anyway, but, you know. So they're not going to be too worried on OG.SEED.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
3 sheets to the wind.
31 minutes into this game, and OG.SEED taken to the high ground once again. Metamorphosis popped. Madara getting to work. Skylark. Ooh. I've got to make sure he doesn't just pop his borrowed time like that, but he's got to make the walk back to base now, and in that time, they're going to be taking some seriously heavy damage onto their high ground. Boronier, though, he's looking for the wraparound. Wrapping around the back. Have they seen him? I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Madara doesn't actually go for... Oh, Lil actually went for the Metamorphosis, it looked like. He took all the damage, got the Metamorphosis off, but Madara's just got no one available. He's actually just straight up back to full health.
Skitter just runs into the TB, gets sundered, and just dies straight away to the ghost ship. I mean, that's the Naga. That's like all their net worth down.
Yeah, did he think that was the wrong target? Oh, nice ulti now from the Disruptor, but Naga's not alive, so there is no follow-up damage here available. Boronier's too low on HP to come in on this one, and this is aggressive mode just getting beaten back to their base right now. And OG.SEED, they've got Rags to focus on, and they will do so.
What?
2 heroes dead, not coming back. Yeah, I think Skidder was just confused there, because that was terrible.
Has fallen.
He's farmed all game to then make a really silly mistake like that, and then it's going to cost him at least 2 sets of racks.
Boronier headed the same way, it looks like, as Lil once again saving the day. Lil's trying really hard to win this one. It doesn't feel like anybody else on this team is, unfortunately. Maybe that's a little bit too harsh, but goodness me. Boronier is getting a lot of work done now that he's been healed up by Lil. And down goes a Z-Freak. Boronier, how much more can he really do? Z-Freak buys back, though, looking to come back into this one, and Boronier will get torrented up and killed off. Meanwhile, the coil comes out onto Lil. They know who the big target is. They know who to bring down. Z-Freak getting controlled up, but they all descend upon him. And that's a dieback from him. Aggressive mode, is there a possibility here of going high ground perhaps? Trying something perhaps? But, seems difficult.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. Not at all. I really hate that at the top when you want to see whether TB's meta's up. That should be the one with the little green icon.
Like, just
rather
make
than
his
Sunder.
ulti. Just makes. I don't know how you'd scale Thunder though. That's kind of a good point.
Yeah,
Ulti comes
static.
down, and they've used it onto the Omni Knight who has a Yule, so he's going to dodge the vast majority of the damage. They're just running into it. Look at the boat as well coming down, and the Torrent Storm as well, causing the aggressive mode team to just fall apart. Boromir just TPing out in the middle of everybody. See you later. This fight is over. I am gone, but the Nagasaran is not. She's out of here. Good game. Well played. Is cool. Game number 1. It goes to OG.SEED. Game number 2, sorry. We did actually have a game number 1. It was so quick I nearly forgot about it. But game number 2. Going OG.SEED ways, which is going to draw it to the 1-1 and bring us to our 3rd game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really understand the art and builds this game. I wish we could ask them, because they must have a thought process behind it, right, that they can talk about.
Post-game interview?
Yeah, I mean, we're both big fans of post-game interviews. There should be things, but
They should definitely be, especially on online games. Like, how hard is it to go onto Discord and just chat to people? But there you go.
yeah.
Anyway, we're going to throw it over to a quick break, and then we shall be back with OG.SEED versus Aggressive Mode game number 2 to find out who is going to be making it through to face off Chicken Fighters in the upper bracket finals. We'll see you very shortly for that one.